Methods of adjustment. In order to lead a healthy, happy, satisfying life, one has to learn the various ways of adjustment. Therefore, coping with one's environment as effectively as possible, and he has to safeguard himself against turning into a maladjusted and abnormality personality. How can it be done? What are different ways of coping with one's environment? How does one handle and face the conflict, anxiety, pressure, stress of one's life? To seek answer to this question, we are going to discuss below. The method used for keeping and restoring harmony between the individual and his environment can be grouped into two categories: direct method and indirect method. Direct method. Direct method are those methods which are employed by the individual intentionally at the conscious level. They are rational and logical, help in getting permanent solution of the problem faced by the individual in a particular situation. These methods include increasing trial or improving effort, adopting compromising means, withdrawal and submissive, making proper choice and decision. First is increasing trial or improving efforts. When one finds it difficult to solve a problem or face obstacle in the path to cope with his environment, he can attempt with a new zeal by increasing his effort and improving his behavioral process. Second, adopting compromising means. For maintaining harmony between his self and the environment, one may adopt the following compromising postures. He may altogether change his direction of efforts by changing the original goals. Therefore, example, an aspirant for IAS may direct his energy to become a PO in a nationalized bank. Second, he may seek partial substitution of a goal like selection for the provincial civil service in place of the IAS. Third, he may satisfy himself by an apparent substitute for the real thing. In the case of a child, by a toy car in place of a real car, and in the case of a young boy desirous of getting married, by a doll in his arms. Third one is withdrawal and submissiveness. One may learn to cope with one's environment by just accepting defeat and surrendering oneself and powerful forces of environment and circumstances. Fourth one is making proper choice and decision. A person adapt himself to and seek harmony with his environment by making use of his intelligence for the proper choice and wise decision, particularly when faced with conflicting situation and a stressful moment. This is all about direct method. Now we are talking about the indirect method. Indirect methods are those methods by which a person tries to seek temporarily adjustment to protect himself for the time being against a psychological danger. These are purely psychic or the mental devices way of perceiving situation as he want to see them and imagining that things would happen according to his wishes. This is why this is called the defense or the mental mechanism employed in the process of one's adjustment to one's self and the environment. A few important mental mechanisms are repression. Repression is a mechanism in which painful experience, conflict or unfulfilled desire are pushed down into our unconscious. In this way, one unconscious tries to forget the things that might make him anxious and uncomfortable. One tries to get temporary relief from the tension and anxiety by believing that the tension producing situation does not exist. Second is regression. Regression means going backward and returning to the past. In this process, an individual tends to regress to his early childhood or infantile response in order to save himself from mental conflict or tension. A man failing in his love affair restored to regression when he exhibits his love for dolls. Similarly, an elder child may regress and start behaving like an infant when a new sibling is born and he feels neglected. Third, compensation. This is a mechanism by which an individual tries to balance or cover up his deficiency in one field by exhibiting his strength in another field. Example: an unattractive girl who becomes a bookworm to secure a position in the class 2 is making use of such mechanism in order to attract attention, which she is unable to do with her looks. D. Rationalization. This is a defense mechanism in which a person justifies his otherwise unjustified behavior by giving socially acceptable reason for it, and thus attempt to defend himself by inventing plausible excuses to explain his conduct. A child makes use of the rationalization when he tries to extend lame excuses for his failure. He may blame the teacher or a parent or his poor health and thus try to disguise his own weakness and deficiency. E. Projection. Through projection, one tries to see or attribute one's own inferior impulses and traits in other person or object. An awkward person sees and criticizes awkwardness in others. Similarly, a student who has been caught in the examination for cheating may satisfy himself by saying that other had also cheated. A person with a strong unsatisfied sexual impulses may denounce other for their sexual aims or may try to think in terms of sex for everything in the world around him. In this way, one tries to overlook or defend one's shortcoming and inadequacy by emphasizing that others are worse than he is. F. Identification. In using this mechanism, an individual is found to achieve satisfaction from the success of the other pupil group or institution by identifying himself with them. Example: an artist who has not yet achieved success in his field may identify himself with a well-known or well-established artist. One may identify oneself with one's school and feel proud of its fame and reputation. Similarly, hero worship is also a sort of the identification where an individual identify himself with a popular leader or the cinema actor. He imitates his characteristic dress and mannerism and tries to revel in his accomplishment and successes. G. Seclusiveness or a withdrawal. In using this mechanism, an individual tends to withdraw himself from the situation that causes frustration or a failure. He makes himself feel safe and secure by running away from the problem. For example, a child may refuse to participate in game for fear of a failure or deceive himself by believing that he could have done well if he had participated. Daydreaming or fantasy also is a sort of a withdrawing behavior in which one withdraws oneself into a world of fantasy and make believe. Thus, instead of feeling threatened by the reality, one may become satisfied with unreal imaginary success in the world of make-believe and imagination. Sympathism. Sympathism is a defense mechanism in which an individual tries to get satisfaction by seeking sympathy and pity for his own failure and inadequacy. Such persons always magnify the difficulties and obstacles in the path of their success and thus convince others to feel sorry for them. Example: a housewife who is not bringing up her child well may try to evoke others' sympathy by telling them how overworked she is because the members of her family do not cooperate with her and how the family is passing through the hard time. All the foregoing defense mechanisms are used unconsciously by a person to protect himself against psychological dangers. They are not permanent cures of the trouble, as Morgan observed. They merely conceal or disguise the real problem. It is still there, ready to produce anxiety again and again. A defense mechanism may thus be regarded as a temporary defense against anxiety and inadequacy. Moreover, the use of such mechanism may create new difficulties for the individual who uses it. It is a situation similar to the one in which a person tells a lie to save himself from a difficult situation and obtain a temporary respite, but subsequently find himself in an awkward situation because of his false statement. We must keep a close watch on our child to see that they do not make frequent use of such defense mechanisms.